Everything that unfolds in your life happens for a purpose. Your duty is to observe what is occurring around you and ask yourself a powerful question: why is this happening right now? Every action begins with a spark, a burst of activation energy that starts the chain reaction. It's the force that gets you to sit down, the force that pulls you out of bed, the force that pushes you to walk out the door. That initial spark is the key to creating meaningful change. Inside you exists that activation energy, an internal explosion that begins the process. And once you begin, what happens? A chain reaction takes over, allowing you to keep moving forward. You must act on your passion, you must act on your inner drive. Don't trap those emotions inside yourself. You need to understand what to do with them and how to make them work for you so you can achieve what you truly want. Do not keep that fire buried within. You want to improve. You want to become better, you want to begin a fitness routine, adopt a healthier diet, start a business. So where do you begin? You begin right here. And when do you begin? You begin right now. At some point in your life, if you want success, you must jump. Jumping is the hardest action for most people, but you must do it. If you never take the leap, you will never succeed. And when you jump for the first time, I guarantee you, the parachute will not open immediately. That's a promise, but eventually it opens, and then you begin to glide. The glide only comes after the leap, so you must jump. No matter how painful the journey becomes, I must keep moving forward, I must keep pushing, because what drives me, what fuels me. Your focus and your passion can numb the pain of failure and the hardship of striving toward your destination. I refuse to accept that I am permanently defined by what I am today. I refuse to believe that I am doomed to remain the same. No, I am fighting, I am always fighting. I am struggling, scraping, kicking, and clawing at my weaknesses to transform them and stop them from controlling me. Some days I win, some days I lose, but every single day I rise again. I move forward with clenched fists, ready for the battle, ready for the struggle, fighting with everything inside me to overcome my weaknesses, my shortcomings, and my flaws. Without goals, you are directionless. You will be used. People who lack goals are used by those who have them. People without goals end up working for people who do. That is why you must become someone who gains clarity about what you want. Make a list. 101 goals. Visit Paris. Go skydiving. Try bungee jumping. Learn guitar. Learn juggling. Learn 2 magic tricks for children. Attend the Olympics in Beijing. Whatever your dreams are, write them down. Eliminate negativity from your world and focus on what feels uplifting and empowering. Focus on a meaningful relationship. Focus on how much you've learned recently. Focus on the people who love you. Focus on your incredible ability to change your life at any moment. You must be crazy in your belief in your goals and passion, because when something seems crazy and you still pursue it, that's when extraordinary things happen. Every human being is born with unique talents and abilities. If you develop them to their highest level, they can enable you to achieve anything in life. Each person is designed to excel at something, to enjoy doing it, to perform it well, and to gain deep satisfaction from it. There is no fundamental capability difference between you and someone you view as successful. The difference is this: they have learned to use their mind and body with consistent power. They have learned to manage their emotional state. They have learned to control their mental focus. And remember, whatever we consistently focus on, strive to understand, and work to improve, we become great at. I want to reassure you, you can do this. No matter how dark the night, no matter how fierce the storm, no matter how difficult the circumstances, there is nothing you cannot figure out. Step by step, minute by minute, day by day. Week by week, there is no challenge you cannot overcome. You must believe in yourself. First you see it, then you believe it, then you do it. The hardest part is the beginning. After 3 weeks of consistent action, a behavior becomes a habit. It becomes embedded in your nervous system when you practice it every single day. But the toughest period is the first 5 days. Once you push through that, things become significantly easier. Then you are on the path toward greatness. Anxiety fades, fear begins to disappear, stress begins to decrease. The hardest part about moving a ship is getting it started. Like a space shuttle launch, the greatest amount of fuel is used at liftoff. That is where the most energy is required. And we often fall into the trap of believing that the same level of effort is required throughout the entire journey. But that is not true. You will adapt. It will become easier. The key is overcoming fear in the beginning until the behavior becomes ingrained. After that, you operate on autopilot. Think about writing a paper for school. In the beginning, it feels difficult. You procrastinate, you delay, you put it off. Then the night before it's due, you finally sit down. The first 15 minutes feel impossible. It feels like writer's block. Then suddenly you break through, and it becomes automatic. Thoughts begin to flow effortlessly. Ideas you never imagined begin appearing. You start writing at incredible speed. You've experienced this before, and you may even have to force yourself to stop because you need sleep. That is how the brain works. That is how life works. Once you immerse yourself in something, momentum takes over. You begin thinking at higher levels, complex ideas that beginners never experience. From the outside, people look at successful individuals and wonder how they do it. They don't understand. Of course they don't, because they never immersed themselves in the process. But once you immerse yourself, you can do it too. They are not made of different material. They are flesh and blood just like you. Success is less about genetics and more about conditioning habits and stepping outside your comfort zone. Yes, you may possess unique gifts and qualities. But many successful people wish they had qualities that you have. No one is perfect. Everyone is imperfect. The goal is not perfection. You will never reach perfection. If perfection is your goal, you will fail. The real quest is to become the best version of yourself, and the only way to do that is to break through fear. Because fear forms the brick wall around your comfort zone. When you break that wall, your comfort zone expands, expands and expands until it has no limits. Everything in this world can become comfortable if you choose to break down those walls. You have dreams, you have goals, you have ambitions. Yet instead of starting step by step, you sit on the sidelines waiting for guarantees. You want certainty. You want a perfect map showing every step before you begin. You want safety, predictability. Control, you hesitate to enter the unknown. You want to know, if I do this, then this will happen. But instead, you remain stuck. You remain in emotional limbo. You doubt yourself. And that doubt burns inside you because you are not moving forward. You are putting your purpose on hold, and it only gets worse over time. You may believe you need a flawless plan to avoid failure. But that plan will never be perfect. We live in a rapidly changing world. A precise long-term blueprint does not exist. No one can predict every detail 1 year, 2 years, or 5 years ahead. Yes, you should have a general vision, but along the path, unexpected obstacles will appear. Some will explode in your face without warning. If you wait until every step is certain, you are finished before you begin. You may also feel overwhelmed by the number of steps ahead. Just take the first step, even if you cannot see the next one. Begin now. It is realistic, it is manageable. Whatever goal you pursue, there is something you can do immediately. Even right now, you could pause and take a small action that starts momentum. You won't feel overwhelmed. Momentum will begin building. Each step becomes easier. Then the next becomes easier. Then the next. They grow larger yet easier, and progress accelerates. What makes people more successful? 3 things: a continuous desire to improve, self-awareness, and hard work. A lot of hard work. Improve yourself continuously. Never stop developing yourself. Develop a passion for learning. Develop a passion for growth. Improvement begins exactly where you are. Education is the foundation. School is part of that growth. You did not come to school to slack off. You did not come to fail. You came to learn. You came to become great, to become the best leader, the best academic, the best at whatever you choose to pursue. Do not let friends distract you. Do not let friends discourage you. Show them a better path. Show them that you are different. Study hard. Study long. Give everything you have. Successful people do not reach greatness by following their friends or trying to please everyone. They lead. They commit to self-development. They exercise their minds. They learn. They study. They pass their exams. No one will do it for you. Only you can put in the work. If you are not prepared, if you do not work, you will fall behind. You will not win. To succeed at anything, you must know yourself, know your strengths, know your weaknesses, know what you like, know what you dislike, know what you are good at, know where you struggle. Know your learning style, know where you study best. Learning about yourself builds confidence. It changes your behavior. Studying becomes easier. Success becomes attainable. And it takes you places you have never been before. Reaching those places requires determination. It requires that you never give up. Life will challenge you. Exams will challenge you. No one promised that life would be easy, but what is promised is that you can do it. You can succeed. You can win. You can achieve your goals. You can become whatever you desire. But you must be determined. You must want it badly. So badly that you refuse to quit. So badly that you sacrifice sleep. So badly that you may lose friends. So badly that you work tirelessly and never give up. Giving up is not an option. If you can dream it, you can achieve it. If you can think it, you can achieve it. Believe in yourself. Believe in your dreams, fight for them. Tell yourself you are here to win. Continue trying even when you fail. When you fall, stand up and try again. Continue even when people laugh. Continue even when you lose, because life is not only about where you end up. It is about the journey. It is about the attitude. It is about the determination. It is about refusing to give up. Schedule your time intentionally. Do not squeeze studying into leftover moments. Build your schedule around it. Set a specific time each day to begin. For me, it was 6:00 p.m. After school, I rested briefly. At 6:00 p.m., study time began. Sometimes it lasted 1 hour, sometimes 2, sometimes 4, 5, even 6 hours. The ending time varied. But the starting time never changed. It doesn't have to be 6:00 p.m. for you. Choose your own time, do it every day. Consistency is what matters. You must become comfortable and slow down to study effectively. You cannot rush learning. One powerful method is repetition. When I didn't understand something, I repeated it again and again until it became clear. This requires patience. Sometimes understanding takes longer. A math assignment that should take 1 hour might take 3. That's okay. Slow down, relax, allow yourself to absorb the information. This is where love for learning becomes important. If you study only to cram for exams, it becomes miserable. That approach reduces learning to jumping through hoops. Instead, approach subjects with curiosity. Explore connections between math, history, science, and beyond. Seek depth, seek understanding. Success is not magical. In work and in life, success comes from hard work, respect for others, and persistence. 2 principles guide success: work hard and be brave. You may never be the most talented. You may never be the wealthiest. You may never be the most naturally gifted. Someone may always surpass you in certain areas, but you can always be the hardest working person in the room. And the hardest worker wins. Ask yourself, who must I become to create the life I want? What must change within me? What habits am I holding on to that are limiting my future? As you look toward where you want to go, what must you leave behind because it no longer serves you? Clear your mind of distractions. Before performing memory tasks, I would sometimes feel overwhelmed by worries and stress. So I would close my eyes and visualize those situations resolving peacefully. I would imagine the outcome I hoped for. Then I would open my eyes, relieved of stress and completely focused. You can do the same. Close your eyes, visualize peace, then focus. If you want exceptional results, especially when building a company, you must be willing to work extremely hard. When my brother and I started our first company, we didn't rent an apartment. We rented a small office. We slept on a couch. We showered at the YMCA. We had only one computer. The website ran during the day and I coded at night, 7 days a week, constant work. At one point, I briefly had a girlfriend. If she wanted to spend time with me, she had to sleep in the office. That's how committed we were. That level of dedication is what it takes. If someone works 50 hours a week and you work 100 hours, even if they are smarter, you will outperform them. Not because of talent, but because of effort, because success rewards persistence. Success rewards consistency. Success rewards those who refuse to stop. Life is not about waiting. It is not about comfort. It is not about certainty. It is about growth. It is about courage. It is about stepping into the unknown and building strength through the journey. You will face fear. You will face doubt. You will face moments when quitting feels easier. But those moments are the doorway to growth. Break through fear and your comfort zone expands. Step beyond doubt and your confidence grows. Keep moving forward and your life transforms. You are not defined by your past. You are not limited by your circumstances. You are not restricted by where you started. You are defined by the decisions you make today. You are shaped by the actions you take now. Pause, take a breath, feel the power inside you. The spark is there, the energy is there, the potential is there. Everything you need is already within you. Now is the time to act. Now is the time to move. Now is the time to become the person you were meant to be. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can and keep moving forward, because the life you want, the success you dream about, the person you hope to become, is built one decision, one action, one step at a time. Pause, breathe. And begin right now.